All right, so today's episode, we're gonna be talking about how to up-level your life. You might be thinking, what the heck is up-level your life? Well, that means how to go from 0 to hero. So in 2012, I had $700 to my name. Just moved to Weatherford, had nothing. And now with the network that I have, I've been able to purchase $1 million, indoor arena, this place, and that's amazing. And I did it through partnerships. I did it through my network. So today we're going to be talking to the Billion Dollar Cowboy, the one and only Bart Miller, and we're going to go see the legend Chris Cox at his place and see his vision for what he's creating. You will not want to miss it. This was a gift from the one and only Tough Cooper. Oh, look, check this out. A gift from the one and only Tough Cooper, and he gave this to me, and it was like at a time where I wasn't winning anything. Like I think I'd been to 30 rodeos and hadn't won anything. And he comes up to me, he's like, Tyson, I want you to have this. Super serious face. He said, it's your spirit animal. And did that and walked away, and I'm like, what just happened right now? I got a spirit animal from Tough Cooper. So yes, this is my spirit animal from Tough Cooper. Hey everybody, this is my buddy Bart Miller. The one and only
what's up, guys?
Billion Dollar Cowboy. And I was telling him about my spirit animal here, and he found his spirit animal right here. It's a beautiful pinto. Yeah. Is it a pinto?
Yeah, whatever. I was gonna call it a paint, give it a little upgrade.
Pinto, yes. But you know what's even more amazing? Show him why you'd like this.
Well, I told Tyson, I saw a little bit of the first segment, and I was like, Tyson, I pulled this out of the back. Tyson Durfey gave me this. This is my spirit animal. And not only that, he even let it be known on mine. He put a sticker on there for my spirit animal. So anytime I'm in question now, I can just look at my spirit animal.
Named Spirit.
Yeah, named Spirit, and I'm good to go. All right, at the shootout in San Angelo, you guys, I really screwed up. I'm not gonna lie, I really screwed up. So I was supposed to film Tyson at this because I was the only one that went with him to the rodeo, and well, let's just say
he saw Shane Hanchy in a damn pink shirt and filmed Shane Hanchy. No offense, Shane, because you're great also, but he's seen Shane in a pink shirt and just filmed him. So.
My bad, 100%. I take full responsibility.
I drew
but
it.
It might happen again.
It might happen again,
Good to see you too.
Good, sir. How
Making plenty of money?
I could always use a little more.
Good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can take a little more.
I understand. But you know what I realized? Happiness over money. I'd take happiness anytime.
Oh, amen to that, sir.
Yeah. That's why we got to do what we enjoy to do.
Amen.
Guy once told me one time, he said, Chris, he said, find what you like. He said, and work at it. He said, you work at it good, long enough, hard enough, you'll be the best at it, and money will come.
I agree. And you've sure done that.
Well, I don't know about the last part. But
no, it's really true. I was with a guy named Joe Polish, and he kind of did the same thing. I was back in the day, and I owned a real estate company. Really wanted to get into something else, and so I thought, man, if I can meet Joe and talk to him, he was a marketing genius. He's actually the first guy that ever made my first $1 million for me, helped me make it. And I said to Joe, I said, dang, it's just a tough deal. And he looked at me and he said, is there anybody in your industry that's making $1 million? I said, yeah. He goes, it ain't the business, it's you. And I said, I
love it.
No, honestly, it was like, man, it was like such a punch to the face at the time. But I was like, so I went home and thought about that. And that's reality is if somebody in your space is making that kind of money, the problem ain't the business. It's you or your passion for the business, in my opinion.
A guy once told me about 15, 20 years ago, he said, it's never a money problem, it's always an idea problem.
Yeah.
And that's always, when I'm reluctant to maybe buy a piece of land or do something, it's about how you create,
really good.
How you create it and set it up. Look at and so true. I don't think you can succeed without failing.
I'm gonna go ahead and read that. On this day, God wants you to know that if you If you cannot accept failing, you cannot succeed. Nothing truly as meaningful is achieved if you don't first attempt. And if that's where you stop, then failure is all you'll have. Mm-hmm. That's good. Failure is part of the process.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I teach 24/7. You know, I mean, people, they think, oh, I failed, I'm done, I give up.
Well, the failure hits them so hard, they have a reluctancy to want to try again.
Yeah, but if you quit when you make a mistake or you fail, then it's failure.
Yep.
If you don't, then it's just learning. You can get your ass up and keep going.
I agree.
All right, so Chris was doing an interview just inside with Tyson on something and said something I think is really, really important from a business angle that you guys really need to think about. And that is that he's all about culture and what culture does for not only his people that come and visit him, but what it does long term for all these different people. And just wanting to expand on that just a little tiny bit. What does culture mean to you, and why do you spend so much time, not about the money, but about giving people that experience and a little bit about your culture?
Well, I think it's an investment into the future.
Yeah.
Because we're losing agriculture in this country.
Yeah.
Parts of the world, they want to take cattle away from us. They want to restrict everything we do. And the culture in educating people about what respect is, and understanding is, and the cowboy ethic is actually based off principles of the Bible. And so I like to be able to teach young people, you know, to have respect, and for the people that have worked hard and lost their lives for this country, and what's made this country so great, and you know, those values and that tradition. You know, we want to keep on. I'm a great believer that we can certainly get better, and doesn't mean you have to keep doing the same old things. I'm just talking about the traditions that's helped us. We can refine those traditions, but we can't lose them.
Yeah, it was really amazing. I was able to spend some time with Chris up in Jackson, and you know, he doesn't just preach, but he actually lives exactly what he's talking about. When I first met his son, it was, "Yes, sir. How are you, sir?" Just such a great, great young man. Amazing family. It was just such a privilege to be with somebody that not only on TV, you know, some people act it. Chris lives it, and I really like that. And I love the fact that in his business, the whole thing is, it's not about him. It's about all these other people and the culture that he's building. And in your business, if you'll build a culture, people will stay with you for a lifetime. You just try to get a buck, and you'll get nowhere. And that's why Chris has been able to build an empire over the years, is because people love to pay him because they love to be part of his culture. And I know that sounds crazy, but it really is a fact. Thank you for your time today on that. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can we see your new place?
Yes,
I want to
sir.
see your new place.
Yeah.
I want to showcase it. Chris Cox and all the stuff that he does, he's got such a big vision. You know, he's putting together this place, he's piecing together pieces of land all around, he's remodeling old houses, he's building a massive indoor arena. But the thing is, he doesn't think small. He never thinks small. Everything that he does, he wants to be first class. He wants it to be the absolute best that he can possibly do. But the thing with having a vision and doing something great is you got to start small. Start small. You don't look at the finished product and think, oh, I'm going to have that overnight. No, it takes days and months and years, but you start small, and then little by little by little by little, and over the course of time, you build a great attitude, you build a great income, you build a great foundation, and then you're able to go on and have this massive thing. It does not come overnight. It takes years of hard work, and it's something that you must start with right now. Let's roll. The number one thing that I see people doing all the time when they go to the practice pen is they go to the practice pen and they kind of treat it like a social environment. You know, there to talk and laugh and have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're a young man or a person that's super focused, you have to practice for a purpose. If I go to the pen, and when I go to the pen, I focus on one thing for that day. If I'm focused on, I gotta make my horse better, my horse got to run harder. I've got to get to the front of the saddle. I've got to be able to flank better. If I try to focus on all that stuff in one day, I will get nothing done, right? So it's super important. When you go to the practice pen, when you're roping, you work on one thing, facilitate on that for an extended period of time, and then move on to the next thing. To be honest with you, the practice sucked. Scored okay, roped okay. He's had a few days off. Cattle were super fresh, big bellies, wanting to strain, wanting to push. I didn't feel like I roped very good, and I didn't feel like he worked very good either. He stopped good, but he wasn't pulling the way that he's supposed to. So next practice, I'll have to put a jerk line on, change a few things up, maybe a bit, tie down, something like that. And we'll come back, we'll iron it out. Come here. Oh.
Daddy.
Yeah, Daddy got a nice and sweaty day on the practice.
Show me.
Can you feel it? Do I feel as sweaty as him? Feel him.
Oh.
Gotta love 80-degree days in February. You know, everybody's ready to put in 100% when they're angry, when they missed at a rodeo or they got bucked off and they hit a barrel. But that's not the true measure of a person. It's not that if you want to put 100% in when you're angry. It's when you're tired and you're sick and you don't feel like it and you still want to put in 100%. That's what champions are made of. So one of my most favorite things to do is go down to the river. You know, today was a crazy day. My practice wasn't real great, but it was one of those things where you learn more from a bad practice than you ever do from a good practice. So I got some things I'm gonna work on. While I was working out, I visualized the things that I wanted to achieve in the next practice. So I want to get a better cross. I want to handle my slack better. I want to make better runs on the ground. There's just a few things that I want to do better. Now next practice, I'm going to focus on one thing. I'm going to work on that one thing until it becomes reality. And so, you know, essentially, you can't focus on a million different things when you're roping. So when you're practicing, focus on one thing, get it worked out, then go to the next. Thank you guys for watching the episode. I hope you really enjoyed it. We're fixing to hit the river on here, but catch you guys later.